Maybe I got lazy. Fell asleep at my post. Somehow everything I love is at risk. Again. Last time I saw Karnaka, I was just 18, boarding a ship bound for Dunwall. It was dawn and I'd been up all night dancing, 3 sheets to the wind. I was puffed up with the old Duke's favor, and I thought I was the greatest swordsman the Isles had ever known. For over 3 decades, I've lived in a palace, watching over the people I love. I've had an empress die in my arms, and raised another from birth. Who would have thought I'd come back home, the most wanted man in the Isles, following the trail of a monstrous killer? What would that 18-year-old think of me now?
Take you to Adamire by boat, but security's too tight. The Grand Guard have a watchtower there. Go inland and use the carriage station. Before his death, the old Duke of Serkono spent decades building up Karnaka. After Duke Luca Abel took over, he started draining the wealth out of the city as fast as he could. Orgies and week-long feasts.
I remember the old Duke Theodanis. He was a good man.
Watch yourself on the way to Adamire. The Duke's given the Grand Guard run of the city. Strangers get attacked on sight.
I can take care of myself.
This is a good spot. Reach Adamire, take out the Crown Killer, and find out where Sokolov was taken. The alchemist, Hypatia. She'll help if she can. Sokolov likes her.
I'll see you later at Adamire. Just wait to bring up the boat until after I've disabled the watchtower.
I miss the time when I could go to sleep without wondering about all right then. Maybe a little more.
That's Addermeyer in the distance.
I'll get the cigars tomorrow. Wanna buy one?
Sure. The dreadful whale. No,
Tried living up
it's
in
not
Driscoll
on the
for a while.
registry. Maybe one of the recent importers from Morgan.
Let's give it a day or two. If she's still there, I can ask a friend who's with the Grand Guard to take a squad on board and conduct a search. Give the crew time to load up whatever contraband they're no doubt waiting on.
Good thought. They give us a piece of the confiscation.
Grand Guard won't like that. Along to another ship.
Let's see what you got.
Then we all.
Forget about me.
Playing dice tonight.
You look like you can take care of yourself.
Nah, not this time.
I was born in Morley, but I've been here. I don't know.
Don't know what I ate to deserve that.
See any signs of Sparrow? Seems to be late.
Or maybe we're early.
You should be here with the Red Shark. This is unacceptable. I have a very tight schedule.
Don't worry, you'll make it eventually. If not today, then tomorrow.
Is that a joke? Santiago Fisheries have a reputation to maintain. We have clients all over the Isles. Do I need to remind you that fish is a delicate cargo? We can't afford any delays.
Well, it's fermented red shark, which is a nice way of saying it's fish that's already gone bad.
You can just tell your clients that here in Karnaca, we like it very fermented.
Unacceptable. Farrell is going to pay for this.
Work me until I drop. There ain't enough coins in the world to make it worth it.
I'm
They
so
ain't
calm
got
and
enough
blood
to worry
through.
about. Now
Been
you say
here
there's someone on the
all
prowl.
Sure.
I'll probably find myself a card table. Hey!
So many people trying to get away from Karnaca now. But where are you gonna go? There's money here, even if it's
Well, we
dirty.
used to make good money here. Till all the Grand Guard shakedowns.
You know that was supposed to go to us. What are we supposed to do now? We're out of money.
Give him a chance to tell the side.
Sorry, every now and then one of those Grand Guard bastards pulls a stunt like that. It's getting worse. But I might be able to help you out.
We're listening.
There's a stack of goods that no one's claimed in one of the holding warehouses. I happen to know that no one's going to claim it ever, because it was dropped from a boat, loading up for Freightport. It's good stuff. Spices and dried fish. Maybe worth more than what you lost.
That's a good deal, Maya.
Oh, thank you, thanks.
All right. Still not fair that you take the money's ours, but we appreciate what you're offering. It's like you say, and we can find buyers, then it'll get us through the next month.
Good, good. Look, I wish I could have stopped them. Just meet me here again tomorrow, okay? Same time.
We'll be here.
Manual. Halfway up, a cable broke and we lost 11 workers. They never even made it into the mine. Those cables weren't made to carry so many people. Pack enough of them in, even kids, and it adds up. After that, the sickness spread through the crew bunkhouses. That woman from Addermeyer, Alexandria Hypatia, she used to treat the workers, but she doesn't come around anymore. So what all this means is that we need more workers. There are always people coming to Serkonos looking for a better life. We'll get them into the mines, if I have to club them over the head myself.
We don't normally see many of these beasts this far south. They're like the cold waters to the north.
See? I said it. I'm scared. Something. You start any shit around here, we're jumping in.
Not long ago, I crewed a flatboat loaded down with this Blue Bloods furniture. Hit a reef, and we watched it all go down.
I have something that might interest you. My name's Mindy Blanchard, and that mask tells me you're someone who goes into places where you don't belong. Want to help me with something? You scratch my ass, I'll scratch yours.
wanted man again. Welcome home.
They have turned their backs on tradition and on the seven strictures themselves. A wanderer is a friend to the outsider. Never doubt that. The Abbey will not allow the shadows of the void to fall upon you. We will brandish the light or the flame as we must to keep our charges from...
Miserable rat. I told you what would happen if you reported me. I warned you.
Karnaca was a lovely city once, before the Duke began choking the life out of the place, before the Crown Killer started painting the walls red. Now you're here, and I have to wonder whether you're gonna give it that final nudge, or pull it back from the edge. We've both seen cities go bad before. Vermin, blood, and betrayal. It's happening again. I hope you're ready.
What is wrong with this city?
Sleeping again last night. Maybe I ought to try one of those sleeping tinctures, but they can be kind of pricey.
purple. Huh? Coins left by those within the Outsiders' wicked cabal. Those cursed figures who hunch and shamble just outside the lights of our city, whose faces we do not recognize, and whose voices are strange to us. I never knew. The girl was taken from her home the next night, locked in a cage of iron, and toppled into the canal. Her corruption was eradicated for the safety of all those who lived around her, all of you. We harden ourselves to the cries of the apostate, to the heretic, and in doing so, we save countless others from the horrible discord that awaits them beyond death. I say this now to all the faithful in our society. Your allegiance should be first and most fiercely to your family, to your neighbors, and to the Abbey of the Everyman. Princes...
A glittering thing. That's all it was. A bauble, a trinket. Yet it... This heretic's body is important, even though I don't fully understand the situation. We'll wait for the Vice Overseer.
When should Byrne arrive?
He's engaged currently. He'll send someone else, maybe Overseer Kendana. Until then, we stay where we are.
Won't the heretic's corpse attract blood flies, brother?
No, I've dusted it already. We should be fine here for now. But mark me, anyone who shows up here has ill will at heart. There are no coincidences in Karnaca.
That's Mindy Blanchard. That's it. The body Mindy sent me after.
Still no word from our sisters. Strange. Very strange indeed. I must draw strength from my brothers. For are we not as one?
The carriage rails are electrified.
You got it. Put it down in the hole. Good job. Take this.
You said you had a trick for getting closer to Adamire.
I just sent one of my boys to turn off the power to the carriage rails. When the juice is off, you can walk along the rails and get where you need to go. On the other side, there's a station that will take you to Adamire.
All right then. This is goodbye.
So now you've been paid, hit the road. Stay on the good side of the howlers, my friend. We're moving up in Karnaca. Going to run this place someday. See you again sometime. That's it then.
Against the spirits of the unknown that would drag us screaming into the night, never to return. Section of overseers will watch you for the entirety of your lifetime, shielding you from the outer horrors of the void.
I think I just saw something.
Royal touch of the outsider himself. Hold close to
Master? No.
Karnaca is in great peril, brothers and sisters. And this is not news to those of you living through these times of crisis. But the source of your suffering might not be plain to you. Karnaca has turned away from the Abbey of the Everyman. Those leading the city would gamble with all with your very family. If the Abbey is pushed away, anarchy will control this city. A chaos not seen since the time of the Great Burning. Karnaca has but one death. And that is return to the fold.
I must draw strength from my brothers.
In the litany of the white
as one.
There is a tale, a decade and a half old. A tale most often shared with overseers of overseers. Apart from the flocks entrusted to our care. Apart from those who give our
Sometimes I wonder if it wouldn't be better to craft the music boxes at each enclave. Here in the city, for instance. Instead, they're made in a few locations, kept from us, and shipped out. It seems dangerous.
Far worse to have the knowledge and construction materials scattered across the Isles. The metals used to make the devices are unusually rare. The techniques, if applied by anyone but the most faithful, resolute overseers, would border on heresy.
I suppose you're correct. It grieves me to imagine what cultists might accomplish if they took the music boxes and perverted them to their own ends.
Exactly, brother. Much better to protect such a powerful tool. Assemble them in secret and dispatch them across the Empire where they're needed in the fight against the supernatural.
Why be tempted by such gilded nothings? Amiss. Some heathen grown bold by these times. I shall not abide the footfall of a blasphemous wanderer. For even the lowliest labor that is rigorous squeezes the muscles as a sponge, rinsing impurities from the mind and body. I was weak. I must be ever vigilant against the outsider. He knows. For their time to sink roots into the bedrock of the Still no word from our sisters. Strange. Very strange indeed. I must draw strength from my brothers. For are we not as one? Never doubt that. I say this now to all faithful renowned societies. Your allegiance should be first and most fiercely to your family, to your neighbors, and to the We will burn a bright fire with our virtuous actions so the others will not lose their way. But the succession of overseers will watch you for the entirety of your lifetime. In the outer horrors of the void, from the spoiled touch of the outsider. A glittering thing. That's all it was. A bauble. A trinket. Yet it caught my eye. Why be tempted by such gilded nothings? Huh. And at the end of it all, the Abbey stands in the ashes. On the 14th day of the month of harvest, I will never forget her words. She looked up at me, and asked what shrines to the outsider could be found across the aisle. I saw guile. My suspicions arose at once, and I questioned her sharply until she confessed to playing alone and she would carve shop at the edge of town. For a week, she crept back to that place, and there in the cellar, she found befall this city. A chaos not seen since the time of the Great Burning. Karnaca has but one chance to save itself, and that is to return to the fold, to take solace once again in the litany on the White Cliff. Stay to the flesh that is familiar, that of the fowl and sheep, the ox and fish from the cold sup with you. Let not the wanderer into your home, friends. Avoid the stranger, for their time to sink roots into the bedrock of the community has passed. Those who wander are untethered by family and neighbors for reasons tested and true. It is oft because they have turned their backs on tradition and on the 7 strictures themselves. A wanderer is a friend to the outsider. Never doubt that. A young girl came to me on the 14th day of the month of harvest. I will never forget her words. We will burn a bright fire with our and virtuous actions. What shrines to the outsider could be found across the aisles? She affected a look of innocence, but beneath it I saw guile. My suspicions arose at once, and I questioned her sharply until she confessed to playing alone in an empty woodcarver's shop at the edge of town.
Some heathen.
Each day for a week, she crept back to that place, and there in the cellar, she found cloth of purple and red, suspended from the walls, and a wretched altar of candles burned low. Some small trinkets of bone, and a few coins left by those within the outsider's wicked cabal. Those cursed figures who hunt and shamble just outside the lights of our city, whose faces we do not recognize, whose voices are strange to us.
Another day like yesterday.
Sure.
I think I'll give it up.
No. You up for a beer later?
You bet.
I'll interest you in a game of cards later. Restore fam and
whatever you're looking for. Good luck.
I got 4 mouths to feed.
Should we take
Not that it's any of your business.
Delightful. Welcome to my shop. Have a look around.
What is it to you?
First quality goods only. You'll find nothing stolen here. None of that black market nonsense.
What would you say to some unusual gossip?
Now the power's down.
Lieutenant, no offense intended, but this seems like a shit assignment. Addermeyer Station. Elementally. Q, S-U-N-V. Double V, X, Y, then D. Now I got my A's and Z's. Tell me what you think of me.
Say that. Makes no sense.
That kiss.